Welcome back, BenchWire crew, to fantasy predictions, fantasy advice. Excuse me, week 14. This is the series where we put our two big, massive football brains together, and we tell you a player we should start, who you should sit, and who you should pick up. Who's a sneaky pickup on the waiver wire? We'll let you know in this edition, week 14 edition of Fantasy Advice with the BenchWire squad. How you doing, Steve? How you doing on this fine evening?
I'm great. I love the intro. It was great. It makes me want to watch this video. That's beautiful.
Good.
It's beautiful. But
Good.
yeah, let's talk about our matchup over the weekend. I feel
Let's
like we
look
need
at
to
the
talk
matchup.
about it. So what happened? You gotta tell them what
pain.
happened.
More pain. I'll tell you guys what happened. If Austin Eckler could put up points, it would have been interesting.
Oh,
and if the Ravens defense didn't have a bye, I would have smoked this kid easily. Tyreek Hill is not even fair. How are you supposed to compete with him? He negated what Dak Prescott did a whole quarter in the first half.
So Austin Eckler dropped 4.7.
BenchWire game. What am I supposed to do there? There's nothing I could have done. I made pretty much all the right starts. I don't know. It's just one of those weeks I got to tip my cap off, man. He got a good team. He got better since he made a trade halfway through the season, man. I gotta give him credit.
Yeah. So who popped off for me? So I was a little worrisome about starting James Conner. So the game, it got delayed twice. So after the first delay, Conner came back. They scored a touchdown. Then it got delayed again. Then he came back. They scored another touchdown. All right, James Conner, just going off during delayed games. So that was cool. Kyron, he didn't really do much until the very end where he scored the touchdown.
That was cool.
Thank you, Sean McVay, for getting me that touchdown. He was making a joke on social media. No, Kyron Williams was on my fantasy team. I had to. And he's like, I'm joking.
That's why I picked against him this week.
I appreciate you. Adam Thielen's been kind of a bum the last few weeks, but hopefully he can pick it up. Tyreek Hill is Tyreek Hill. He only got 2 points in the second half, but, he dropped 30 in the first half. So thank you, Tyreek. Thank you. Taysom Hill, I wasn't going to start him. The only reason why I did, because Kincaid was on a bye. Dropped 15. I'll take it. I appreciate you. Christian Kirk, he got hurt in the first quarter. Didn't really do much. Got 3 points. Hopefully he can heal up. But CJ Stroud had a decent game. Get me 16 points. It was a bad week for him, but it's still over 15 points. I can't complain about that. And of course, I had the best kicker in football, in Brandon Albee right now, for fantasy football at least. So I appreciate my team coming up clutch. Dropped 138, and I was projected 124. So I overachieved this week, as you could say. And Justin, you kind of underperformed.
Oh, hold up.
You underperformed.
Now you're being smart now. I'm calling you out on your BS. Now scroll down. Who did you sit? I want to know who you sat.
Oh, that's fine.
I want to know who you sat, though.
I still dropped 137.
Wait, DK Metcalf, 37 points on the bench? Really?
So I could have whooped you is what you're saying. I dropped 137 with him on the bench.
Oh, that was fraudulent behavior right there to sit a guy, DK.
Who did you sit, though? There's some fraudulent behavior here, right? Who'd you sit?
I didn't sit nobody.
Jake Ferguson. Fraudulent behavior.
Oh, you're going to sit him over George Kittle, really?
Against that Seahawks defense?
You sat Metcalf over Christian Kirk. Are you on crack? Are you high? Are you still on smoking that Giants high?
Christian,
I'm going to start.
Yeah, but DK dropped 6 the week before.
Oh, stop it.
Okay.
Stop it.
That's all right, DK. I'll start you this week, and you'll go back to dropping.
Top 5 tight end in the league easily. I'm not sitting him every week, man. That's crazy.
Okay. But, yeah, I got the job done, clinched the playoffs, so that's good. Justin, now he's tied for first place, so now he's trying to win out, get the first seed in our division. Will he get it done? We will see. But, yeah, that's our update on our playoffs and our league. But, yeah, let's start with the stardoms, Justin. So,
let's do the
who you got for stardom of the week?
Oh, I'm going first. Okay.
Yeah,
kind of going off the prediction video a little bit here. I had just a little spoiler of that video. I had the Bears upsetting the Detroit Lions. You know, a big reason why? DJ Moore's why. Start him if you have him this week. He's going to pop off. He's going to go for over 100 yards. He's going to have at least 6 catches. I'm predicting a stat like 6 catches, a $130, 2 touchdowns against those dang Detroit Lions that can't defend a lick.
All right. I would have started him no matter what. I know you said it's okay if it's obvious. That's fine. But yeah, DJ Moore, I would start him. It's the Lions. They've been good this year, so I would start him. That's a good call. You always got to start a receiver against a divisional opponent. So that's a good call. Good call. Mine is a little far-fetched. Well, I don't know. It could be. So this guy is a receiver on the Chiefs. He's kind of almost taking that number 1 role. He's the rookie, Rashee Rice. He's going up against the Bills. I feel like Patrick Mahomes and company need to get the job done. And if they do, Mahomes is going to be throwing the ball. Who's he going to throw it to? Not MVS. He doesn't trust him anymore, right? Kadarius Toney, he's a punt return guy. He's a gadget guy. He doesn't get a lot of touches. Who's the guy you can rely on has been clutch as of late? That's Rashee Rice. You got to start the man. And the Bills like to give up a lot of points, so expect a big day out of Rashee Rice. And if he doesn't have a big day, that's my fault. But I feel like he will. So, yeah, start him.
Very interesting pick. Now, give us your sit-em. I wanted to go right to you. Who are you going to sit this week?
All right. So this guy usually start every week, right? He's on the Rams, and he's not Kyron because the Rams are playing the Ravens, right? So I wouldn't start Kyron, or I would start Kyron still, even though it's a tough defense, but it's a Rams receiver. It's not Puka Nacua. It's Cooper Kupp. I'm telling you, you got to sit him. I don't trust him this week. He finally got back into above double-digit points, but the few weeks before, he's been getting like 6, 7, 6. Like, it hasn't been consistent with him. I feel like he's going to go back to that low production. Ravens got a tough defense. I don't believe Stafford will have enough time to get the ball out. And it's going to be tough for Cooper Kupp. I feel like he's going to rely more on Kyron for checkdowns, and he's going to rely more on Puka because he's been one of the better receivers this year, and he's been playing better than Cooper Kupp this year. We got to admit it. It's sad to say, but, Cooper Kupp just has not been the same this year. So you got to sit him. I'm sorry, Cooper Kupp fans and Rams fans, you got to sit him.
Mine's tough. I was between 2 running backs on this one. But screw it, I wrote him down. Sit Jahmyr Gibbs this week. Why? Because he hasn't been performing as well the past couple weeks. And I think the Bears are going to hold in on the running backs, make Jared Goff beat you. And let's do that. I'm rolling with sit Jahmyr Gibbs this week.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Well, you got to tell Mark that because, Mark, if you're watching, don't start him. Start Saquon because Saquon's that guy.
Sure.
Yeah, for Mark, if you're watching. I hope you are. You better be watching, Mark. I'll kill you. Oh, was that right? Oh, my bad. Next up, pick 'em. Who's your pick 'em?
You're going to laugh at this, but if he's available in your league, pick up Rashee Rice.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Pick up Rashee Rice. Too? I do think they're going to win. They're going to have to throw the ball. And if they're taking away Kelsey, Rashee Rice has to step up. He is doing that. So I think if it's worth consideration picking up Rashee Rice in your fantasy leagues.
Now, do you start him this week? Do you agree with my start him?
I would start him maybe at the flex, depending on your scenario.
Yes, I agree. Like, say you had Christian Kirk in your flex and you need to fill the void.
Yeah.
Rashee Rice, perfect candidate.
I wouldn't go as far as starting Rashee Rice over DK Metcalf this week, though.
Oh, you sure? Okay. Now my pick 'em. So it's a running back for a team that for a team that's playing not tomorrow. I can't even think. A team that's playing on Thursday. Okay. Now it's not going to be Najee Harris. It's not going to be Jaylen Warren. We're going with this guy. We're going with Ezekiel Elliott. Why? Why are we picking up Zeke? Because, offensively, they just can't get the job done. But who's a guy they can rely on? Zeke. And Zeke is now the starting back because Ramondre Stevenson is down with an injury. So I feel like Zeke, they're going to rely on him. And, the pass rush is going to get to Zappy. He's going to dump it off to Zeke. They're going to run the ball with Zeke because they don't got receivers that can get open. Juju is not the same as he once was. He's not the Steelers' Juju anymore. But Zeke, he's a guy, a veteran they could rely on. And the running game, they need to get something going. And I feel like Zeke will be the guy. He's the workhorse back now that Stevenson's out. So, big up Zeke. What do you think? You think that's the right call, right?
Have you ever heard of the steel curtain?
I have.
Down. Patriots don't have a good offensive line, so I think it's an interesting take. I do
David
think
Andrews.
It's hard for them to run, particularly on this defense. I think if I'm Mike Tomlin, I think he's thinking, man, I just got to make whoever the heck is their starting quarterback beat us throwing the ball. So they're going to load up the box. They're going to make Bailey Zappi, Mac Jones, Malik Cunningham, whoever it is, throw the ball.
Now, I want to put this out here. I don't say you have to start him this week, right? This is a guy, like if you need a running back and you need to stash him too, you pick him up. Because now that Stevenson's out, like say you're playing the guy that's going up against or you're playing a guy that has Ramondre Stevenson. You pick him up so he can't start him. You know what I mean? You got to play that role and, play defense so he can't pick up the guy that he needs to fill Stevenson with, if you get what I'm saying. So I feel like that could be a sneaky pickup there if you're going up against Ramondre Stevenson. You get Zeke if you have the roster spot, so, that guy can't pick up Zeke to play him against you, and you have him on your roster. So there might be better options, but, I feel like he's a good stash pick, especially because I feel like the Patriots' schedule, I think it gets easier over the next few weeks from what I was looking at. But, yeah, pick up Zeke.
Okay. All right.
So I feel like we said everything, right?
I think that's going to do it, yeah.
We covered up what happened this week. We recapped what went down in our showdown in our fantasy league. We had to start them. We had to sit them. We had to pick them. Do you want me to do the outro or do you want to do the outro?
Oh, man. All I got to say is, man, thank you to the BenchWire family for showing love, for commenting, for liking, for subscribing to this YouTube channel that we got going on for ourselves. Remember to follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter.
We got Facebook? We don't have Facebook yet, but maybe
we will have Facebook, maybe.
For the older
people.
If
this video gets 2 likes, we'll have a Facebook.
If this video gets 2 likes?
Yes.
It's very doable.
If 2 likes, we'll have a Facebook. We have an Instagram, though. Follow that. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. And have a blessed week 14. BenchWire.
Out.